topic is how to analyze blockchain data like a pro. And I will show you 5 different tools that are currently free to use on DexGuru. And these tools are going to be a very valuable asset to you. So let's quickly go over agenda and see which tools we will talk about during this community call. Firstly, it's custom account naming, which allows you to quickly find and follow valuable accounts. Secondly, Token Explorer, that helps you discover new tokens with similar properties. Thirdly, trading tools, upgrades such as meta aggregation and cross chain swaps. Then, on chain DEX metrics dashboard that gives you an overlook of markets. Then custom chart indicators such as whale volume and token liquidity that you can see directly on the trading chart. And lastly, we're going to quickly talk about our Android app. All right, so the first thing, let's start with custom account naming. It basically allows you to create um, custom names for any account profile. And once you create the name, it will automatically add it to your favorites. You are also able to edit these custom names directly from your favorites. And let's see quickly how it works in the browser. So here I am looking at the account profile of this user. We can see that the account type is EOA, which means it is an externally owned account, which means it is someone's actual wallet. So you can see that this account is a whale. It has more than $500,000 of trading volume in the last 30 days. And I've recently noticed inside the trading activity that this guy purchased a large amount of Bone token. So this account is of particular interest to me, and I want to make sure that I don't lose this account. So what I can do is I can just rename this guy as Bone Whale and save it. After I save it, this account automatically is added to my favorites that I can find right here in the left navigation bar. So I click on my favorites and then don't forget to switch to the account addresses tab. And here it is. The whale is right here. I can change the name to just whale if I want to. And this way it is always here. I won't lose it. Perfect. Let's go back to our presentation. The second thing I want to talk about is Tokens Explorer. It lets you discover tokens with similar properties, and you can open Tokens Explorer from the left navbar by clicking on the coin emoji right here. These tags that you see on the screen are community sourced, and anyone is welcome to contribute it to on GitHub. So you can find the link to the GitHub in the top right corner right here. Let's quickly see this in the browser. Here it is. Here's our Token Explorer. I was able to get here by clicking on this coins emoji, and you can see all the awesome different tags that are community sourced and are available. If you want to change something or you want to add tokens or you want to add a new tag, you're super welcome to do it. Just click right here, contribute to GitHub, and submit your request. So let's see what happens when we click on one of the tags. Note that when I hover over tags, there is tooltip that gives you a definition of the tag. Once you open it, there is also a definition of the tag. Right here, you can see it. So this tag is stablecoins on Ethereum. And here we have all the different tokens. You can do yield aggregators. You can also combine tokens. So if you want to see yield aggregators on Ethereum, you can do that. So a very cool tool to discover new tokens, and also a good tool to see what um, certain financial companies been up to, because there are such tags as mechanism capital portfolio, so you know that the tokens under this tag are inside the mechanism capital portfolio. All right, let's go back to our presentation. So now I want to talk about our trading tools updates, and there are two of them. One is our meta aggregation, and the second one is cross-chain swaps that have been heavily requested from us. So firstly, let's talk about meta aggregation. Meta aggregation is a unique mechanism DexGuru uses to optimize trades and offer you the best rates. It is made possible by supporting multiple decentralized exchange aggregators, and it allows us to request a quote from each and provide you with a better option. So here on the screenshot, you can see that when you try to buy or sell something, we request quotes from 0x, Kyber Swap, 1inch, and Paraswap. Um, this this basically allows us to get the best rate for you, and we automatically pick the best router for you. However, you can change the aggregator, also known as router. Um, and all you need to do is to click on this router word, and then this module will pop up and it will allow you to change aggregator. So to start leveraging the power of meta aggregation, simply submit a market order on DexGuru, and you will be allowed to see all the routers that we're using. And I also wanted to mention that meta aggregation is open sourced as well. So all these providers, if you want to be a meta aggregation provider for us, if you are a Dex aggregator, you can also integrate with us. You can do it by going to our GitHub, and the link you can find in our Gitbook under meta aggregation. Before we move, let's quickly see it in the browser how that works, so you guys have an idea. So for example, here I want to buy ETH and sell my USDC. Once I do it, the quote is, we just requested the quote, and now the router button is available for me right here. So I'm just going to click it really quick. Here you can see that we picked Paraswap because it is the best deal for you, but you are not forced to use it. You can use any other aggregator as well. Let's get back to the presentation. Cross-chain swaps. So cross-chain swaps are implemented using LeFi bridge aggregation protocol that supports swaps by aggregating bridges and connecting them to DEX aggregators. To submit a cross-chain order, you have to go to the cross-chain tab inside the trading tools, and then it is going to be available for you right there. However, I want to point out that depending on the route and the bridge that LeFi uses for your swaps, transactions could take between 20 to 30 minutes. Sometimes it can even take a few hours. Cross-chain swaps are not easy swaps, and unfortunately, we are unable to control how long it takes to LeFi to complete your order. So please be patient. Let me just quickly check that everything looks good with the sound. Yep, no issues there. Let's see it in the browser, the cross-chain swaps. So here it is. Our trading tools are located on the bottom of the screen. Let's click on the cross-chain tab. Note that when you hover over a cross-chain tab, there's this tooltip that pops up, and there is a link to our cross-chain swaps Git book. If you want to read more about cross-chain swaps and how they work, you can follow this link in the tooltip. All right. Let's see. For example, I want to sell just a little bit of ETH, and I want to get here. You can pick any network that you want, any token. There is a market selector here, but let's just do Matic. You wait for the quote. Here it is. It looks like that's not a very profitable swap. You would be losing almost 20% of your money, but if you that's pretty normal with bridges. So the best way to use cross-chain swaps is usually stable coins. This way you're usually lose less money, but it usually does take money to move your assets from one chain to another. All right, let's go back to our presentation. The next thing I wanted to discuss is on-chain DEX metrics dashboard, and you can open it quickly by clicking on this chart emoji in the left navbar. It aims to provide a quick overview of on-chain markets. It is easy to see on this dashboard how trading volume and TVL, also known as total value locked, are distributed across different DEXs that we support. This dashboard consists of two main parts, which is DEX's trading stats and DEX's TVL stats. This information that you find here can help you identify the best liquidity providing opportunity, as well as help you to recognize the most trusted projects. Here it is in the browser. As you can see, for example, Uniswap v3 has the most volume and has had for a while. It is one of the most well-known DEXs. Right after is PancakeSwap. However, if you look at the liquidity, Curve has the most liquidity, so it has the most assets locked in its protocol. So a lot of interesting information here. You can filter this dashboard by chain. So right now all chains are picked, but you can pick any other chain right here in the chain selector, as well as there are three different options for the time period here. You can look at the 24-hour window, 7 days, or right now it is picked at 30 days. Let's go back to the presentation and look at the next thing. Next thing is our custom chart indicators. So these are unique chart indicators that you can only find on DexGuru. These indicators are whales volume and token liquidity. In order for you to see them, what you do is, all right, let's get back to the regular layout first. This is how it usually looks. So in order to quickly change the layout, I usually use this layout button to open the chart. I already have these indicators set up. So the top one is the token liquidity. This purple line is token liquidity over time. And then the whale volumes I have on the bottom right here. So we have a price chart. Under it, we have total volume. And then under the total volume, I added the whales volume. And what it helps me with is that you can really see how much of the total volume is generated by whales. This can be very useful information. So how did I edit these indicators? Just like any other indicator, you basically click on the indicators and then you look for whale volume. or you look for liquidity. Here it is. We do not need whale volume and token liquidity twice, so let's remove it. But that's how, so yeah, that's how you add these indicators. It's good for analyzing how liquidity is correlated with price or volume and so on. And the last but not least, I want to talk about our Android app. We recently released it in the Google Play. I highly recommend you downloading it for a smooth mobile experience. Currently, currently the app is only available on Android. However, we are working on releasing it in the Apple Store as well. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please let me know if you have any questions about the product. I'm here, and hopefully I can answer all the questions you guys have. So Sina was asking about this PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, I can share it. I will share it in Discord if maybe you share. Yeah, I will be able to share it in the Discord. Bree, look, thank you so much. I hope this community call was helpful for you and you were able to get some useful information on how to use DexGuru. I also highly recommend you guys joining our Discord and Twitter. An easy way to find all our official links are, let me hide this comment first. Easy way to find our official links are on our website in the left navigation menu. So here you can find links to our Twitter, our Discord, our docs, which is our Gitbook. Let's quickly go to our Gitbook. Gitbook is a very, very good source for any questions that you have. Highly recommend you guys reading our frequently asked questions. And right here on the main page, if you go to the bottom of it, is where we have all our official links. Always make sure that you are visiting the right links. There are a lot of scams out there, so always do your own research.